It is a little cold outside right now. I ain't gonna lie, depending on where you at. But I promise you, if you drop a comment, if you put up a post right now saying your ARP is cold or his heat is off or the gas is off in the crib or whatever, I'm not gonna crash out. I'm not gonna try to pull up on you. I'm not gonna give a shit. I'll probably laugh along with everybody else. What's up with Jim, man? It's like asking that question is kind of stupid because we know who Jim is, how he acts. He's like 50 years old now, right? And everybody keeps saying, why do you want to crash out? Why do you want to still act so tough and so all the damn time? Like, if life is good, if you're getting money, if you're being successful, that shit tends to calm down over time. Like, what's the age that you expect to calm the fuck down? For me, I don't need to get to 50. I still got a ways before I get to 50, but I'm not gonna need to get to 50 before even the last little bit of I'm pulling up right now. That might still be in my chest is gone. You know what I'm saying? I want to live a cool, calm, healthy, out of the way, successful life. Like, do be it's like you want to take any opportunity to throw it all away? Or do you want us to start assuming that life isn't all as grand or as beautiful or successful or great as because we saw the thing with the crib with you and your wife, respectfully, you know, wasn't the biggest crib in the world, but who cares? Nice place. But the whole, the dollar amount that was owed and all that. But let's put that in the past. Like, one thing I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna continue, especially after seeing all the shit that I've seen in my lifetime, especially looking at the industry. I'm not gonna keep assuming that everybody's this multi millionaire, that everybody is so good, that nobody has financial issues. I'm not going to assume that. I ain't going to assume it for Jim neither because I just really can't place it. I get it. Your personality is your personality, but a successful man that's getting to the bag, I promise you, he does not have time to crash out if somebody says it's cold where you at. I didn't even want to do a mini rant as the fucking intro, but let's get into all of this. So I think this was pretty much the start of it, right? You can't even keep up with these guys, but I think it started recently here. Jim Jones does a recent interview. He talks about Cam. He talks about Dame. Let's see what he says about Cam.
Cam used to be scared to death of them when he didn't want to come outside. I didn't understand it because I'm from downtown. You heard? We had our own set of killers and shit like that. Miguel had a name for himself. He was rapping early. He was signed early. He had some dangerous ass brothers. They was uptown really shaking and moving.
And rest in peace to Big L. But what he said about Cam, Jim has been taking those shots. Last year, he did an interview. He says, when he was asked about 50 Cent and Camron, right? He says, as long as them suckers stay out of my way. So we already know that he's willing to talk sideways in their direction. There was all talks about what happened with the verses. They was pointing fingers at the outcome of that last year. They're not friends anymore. We know this. This is not new news, but here's the thing about continuing to take shots at somebody in interviews. It's like, how much venom or vitriol do you have for somebody that you just keep on? It's one thing if you reference your past, like this is what happened in Diplomats, and Cam could have blah blah blah, and Jewels, because you guys have all this history together, one of the best hip hop groups of all time. But if you continue to take like adamant shots that are at the level of disrespect, like what is going on? Like, do you really just need to get in the ring with this guy? Cam responds, of course. Cam doesn't seem to have the type of energy or the problems mentally, financially, whatever's going on with Jim that Jim has, right? That he's showing to us. And Cam is Cam. He's laughing. I'm doing good. I'm going chandelier shopping and shit like that. And he's being a fucking jerk like we expect Cam to be, the most petty person in the industry along with 50 Cent. Them two together is just hell, if you ask me. But how you worried about me when your heat off and rent due? It's really about the how you worried about me. It's really about the you say my name in interviews, like why? And then he adds the shot, possibly some rumor that he heard about Jim's heat being off. All right, I don't know. Is his heat off at his crib? Probably not. Is his heat off at this new building that they're building out? Who knows? But look, this was posted 22 hours ago. I'm only calling that out because that's important as to which one of these guys posted this shit first. Camron or 50. I see 40 Cal in the comments. Shout out to my man 40. Here goes Freaky in the comments laughing. We're going to get to a clip of Freaky. Not only into it with Jim and his response to Jim as well, though, but Here he is in the comments laughing. Now, some people can say he knows both of these guys. He did an interview saying that, I know it was a long time ago, right? Is it the interview that he did with Queensfoot when he was asked about it? Like, they're both your brother, my brothers, and it's all entertainment. And this is how the algorithm works. He's kind of was neutral, right? I don't know what's happened between now and then. It feels like the Rockefeller shit. Jay-Z and Dame go like this, and you got all these different members. They got to pick a side, go a separate direction. It looks like Joel's kind of at a point went with Jim, but it looks like maybe they're cool. He's cool with Cam again, or Freaky goes this direction. This is how this shit goes. But I don't want to read too much into him laughing here. It could just be some funny shit. But somebody like Jim, your friend. I know Jim from the outside looking in. He's going to be offended at you having the laughing emojis there, okay? Whatever. It is what it is. But then you start getting the threats too. Now, 50 Cent gets in on the action. Like I said, arguably number one and number two most petty people in the industry, Camron and 50 Cent. His was posted after 14 hours ago. He posts, damn it, man. It's cold in that bitch over there, huh? Fuck you. Fuck you cool? LOL. So this is I guess footage at this venue place that they podcast and got the barbershop that they've been building out. And shout out to them. Looks like a good move to me, but I don't know. They're calling them out for the heat being off based on everybody being dressed warm. I'm dressed warm right now, right? Jim, you don't have to be offended. My heat is on where I'm at. I got the fireplaces in the house running, all the type of shit. I'm still a little chilly, man. I got a hoodie on. It ain't that fucking serious. But anyway, Camron adds a comment to the post. He's laughing just like Freaky Zeke was on his shit. Everybody's probably going to be in here laughing. Yeah, everybody's laughing. You want to crash on everybody? You want to fight everybody? Even my man, shout out my man Vada. Vada, what you doing in here? Vada's in here too. All right. Yo, hold on. Let me mute it. Is that a sound effect of like wind blowing, like you're up in the mountains or some shit in the background? It ain't that serious. You guys look like you're eating good, sharing food around, moving things around. It's cool, man. It's funny. Capitalize on it. The fuck? Hey, he puts up a space heater, $35.99 from Home Depot and $18.99 from Walmart. All right. But this is where I guess things start to look like they're a little bit more serious between Jim and Cam. Well, at least on Jim's side. So what does Jim put up after 50 Cent clowns him? All right. See his cat in there. Let me see it. Oh no, that's the space heater shit. I want to see Jim's comments. Jim's comments look like he wants to fight yesterday. So this is the post. Look, in the background. How you worried about me when your heat off and rent due? Here goes Jim in the comments. Your whole crew is soft. Then Jim puts another one. You soft. And Freaky, this is when Freaky was in the comments, I guess, once again, with the laughing emoji, same post, right? All right. So he says, you and your crew is soft. Then he says, do your shoe, punk. I don't know. Is Cam talking about doing a shoe? Because we keep hearing him talk about that shit too. Like Diplomat clothing. Cam's on his podcast. He just had on a Dipset jacket the other day, right? Jim got a boutique where he's selling Dipset gear. He had a rant last year. He's like, I wish somebody would say I can't capitalize on a brand. I am the brand. I am the bird. They should both be able to sell Dipset merch individually, if you ask me. No need to beef over that. They both put a lot of work into the bird, right? But do your shoe, punk. Okay. Then Camron replies to that. At Jim Jones, Capo. What's wrong, Capo? Your heat off too? I ain't know. Laughing emojis. Is hate for you. I'd hate for you to be 50 years old with no heat. Wish yourself, bro. I got you. It's Camron being Camron. And he's joking and he's laughing. Yo, here's the sub. If you really ask me, I don't know if y'all catch it or not. Camron writing, what's wrong, Capo? You know, not the Jomo, not the Jim, not the Jimmy. Capo is supposed to be second in command, right? If Cam just always calls him Capo, that's a shot within itself. But hey, it's your Instagram, right? Your Instagram name is Jim Jones Capo. Everybody called you Capo while y'all was on y'all run together, right? It was second in chief, no? But anyway, that was Cam and Jim right there going back and forth in the comments. Here goes another one. Jim Jones Capo, Jomo. Oh, he calls him Jomo this time. Okay. Jomo, you 50 and still you you're 50 years old and still want to pull up laughing emoji. I got the video of you breaking in your own studio trying to trigger the heat system and chasing your landlord around in his car because he wants his rent. You are 50. Go pull up on that heat bill. and, Jim, and Jim replies, what? A block know you soft? Or I don't whatever that is. Then Cam replies again, is this the same one? Yeah, but my heat on and I'm warm. You 50 years old, tough and cold. But dead ass though, Capo. Your heat off for real? Question mark. Your whole crew soft and all that was again. Oh man. Oh, here it is when he's replying to Freaky. He says, Freaky, you soft too. Freaky replies to that. Jim Jones Capo. Was I soft in Detroit when niggas was getting at us and you was using me as a shield? At Trick GGS2 was there. Is that Trick from Detroit? Like the Trick? Oh man. 50 Cent with a post here. You heat off and rent due. Jim, that's not a good fight. Like Cam and 50 at the same time. But anyway. Let's go to Freaky's response. Freaky puts up a video. He makes sure he's trying to show his heat is on, his gas is working.
Really? Oh, really? Now you putting this on the gram? Everybody know.
Toughest and Dipset is Freaky Zeke by far. It's not even close.
You're reaching now, coming at me, bitch ass. You need to be reaching for some kerosene. You need to be reaching for some coals. You need to be reaching for 2 rocks to strike them shits together. I ain't even mad at you, brother. I am mad at the choices you make, though. Because those are all choices of what bitch-ass niggas make, nigga. You can't afford to pay your rent and your heat bill. It's warm over here. It's warm over here. You know what, Jomo? Yeah, you're acting like a Jomo-sexual.
A Jomo-sexual is crazy.
Acting like a Jomo-sexual. Calm down, bitch ass.
That wind sound effect kills me, B. But a Jomos is that's some new shit. All right, Freaky. I guess he felt the need to respond. Why not? He still kept it kind of playful. He said he's not really. The Dipset drama continues. This looks like the most recent post from Jim Jones after all of this. It looks like he's trying to spin it and saying that all promotion is good promotion. I don't know, whatever.
Since I'm starting the year off at the top of your Explorer, are you not entertained? Since everybody want to put my business in the street, I'm gonna talk to you about my business. Right now, I am in the second phase of construction. We're not open to public. This is a raw space. I have not found out yet what I want to do exactly in this space, but in my mind, I was thinking of building like a little mart, but we'll see how that goes. Pull up, show you what we've been doing. I'm building a multi-purpose content creation facility for media, fashion, music, and broadcast.
I say dope, man. And that's really what you should focus on. Your podcast, you're building out of this new money outlet. You know what I'm saying? Get into your new bag. The world has changed. Music ain't as easy to make money off of these days. Hell, the guy that you're into it with, he's not trying to put out albums, is he? Right? He's into content. Do your fucking thing, man. It's just, it's the continued topic of how fucking old y'all niggas is, B. 50 years old, Jim Jones, or about to turn, right? 49 or 50, I believe. Now, we could say we just saw Jim Jones smiling and saying, are you not entertained? We could say we see Camron yucking it up and laughing. We could say we see Freaky Zeke clowning, talking about you better get up 2 rocks or whatever, start some heat up in that bit, right? Cool. But what happens if Camron matches that energy? And he don't want to be sarcastic. He don't want to troll. He don't want to joke. He don't want to act like who cares. What if he replies to that? Pull up where? Then what? It'd be that easy. it be that fucking easy. So shout out to Cam for keeping it sarcastic. Like, man, you 50, man. But nah, let me know. Do you need a Zelle for real? Shout out to him for that. Because all it takes is a man's pride to come to the forefront and be like, pull up. Who the fuck do you think you talk? That's all it takes. And then you got what we're looking at, what we assume, 2 successful hip-hop legends crashing over what? Over what? Like, why even offer the man talk about what pull up? Why? I tell you what I would use to justify this once and for all. If Jim Jones does an interview, a blog, a podcast, a full breakdown of something real critical between him and Camron once and for all at this age and at this stage of his career, we will all hear it out. Because there'd be a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we don't know about. So when Cam did that live long time ago, remember? After I think Jim Jones did the Funk Master Flex interview where he was crying, when Cam did that live, I think he spoke about one situation he thought was a big thing between them, which was the t-shirt, right? Wearing a t-shirt in the studio, clowning Jim or something like that for a girl that he wasn't sure that he was really in love with, something like that. And I don't think it was Chrissy, but was it? I don't know. So it could be that. Ironically, imagine if it was the t-shirt related to Chrissy and we see how much hatred he has towards Max B. But anyway, that was one thing I think that Cam put out there. Another thing that I think we saw in some interviews last year, especially around the time when the niggas are going back and forth with verses and all that type of stuff, I think Jim at certain points has said like he's missing money. Like when they asked him about reunion, and he's like, nah, it's got to be about me. You know, I got to overcharge him for what they did to the Cold Crush. It's almost like he's saying in multiple interviews like he was robbed, you know? Even when he speaks to the other diplomats, he says things like, I did to others what I was taught or what was done to me, right? I don't want to misquote the man. I know I'm paraphrasing a little bit. But if Jim Jones sat down and told us, for example, look, man, I know y'all think that I'm the oldest YN and I'm 50 years old, yet I'm still willing to crash out with Cam. I'll be asking him to pull up and y'all all look at me like I'm crazy. Let me tell y'all something, man. I have proof of my brother that I came up with, that I shed blood for, that I put it all on the line for, that I was willing to die for. I have proof that he knowingly robbed me of $5 million. And then I continued to have some of these financial up and downs. I had to go get it on my own. I wasn't able to get it with my brother because he fucked me over. We will listen. And I'm not trying to bait out some drama that would make it even worse. I'm just saying we would listen. Because right now, the whole pull up and all this shit, didn't he do that last year too? In closing, wasn't there a video where it was like Cam and somebody was supposed to go to a restaurant for a business meeting and then Jim Jones pulled up? They wasn't both there. They didn't cross paths, but like, didn't he try to like pull up on him, right? That last year? Right now, we don't get it. And that's why the internet's going to always just clown Jim over shit like this, which is just like, you want to crash on Cam over what? Jim, make us understand. Or you do look like you just can't grow the fuck up. One or the other.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry Street Podcast. Welcome to the house up. And shout out to the members.
Without my thing, still got a gun.